by in case we want to ask you some more questions as we continue our coverage. For those of you that are just joining us, we are interrupting programming here this afternoon to let you know that a helicopter has crashed into the Hudson River this afternoon. The NYPD saying that it happened in the vicinity of the West Side Highway and Spring Street. NYPD also posting on social media here that in this vicinity, this area of the West Side Highway and Spring Street, to expect emergency vehicles and traffic delays in the surrounding areas. So if you're listening to this and you have family or friends, or if you're planning on heading into this area on the West Side Highway, please avoid this area. We do have crews also on the scene. We're going to be covering both the Jersey side and the Manhattan side of the Hudson. And right now, we can also tell you that the NYPD sadly confirming here this afternoon that at least one person has died in this crash, this helicopter crash in the Hudson River. We do not know how many people were in the helicopter at the time of this crash, but we are hearing just now into our newsroom that the NYPD does confirm that one person has died in this helicopter crash this afternoon. Sad news to update you there. But as we get more information, we'll continue to give that to you. In the meantime, you're looking at live pictures of this scene where the crash took place. You can see several boats there in your picture. Some of them obviously rescue boats, others that are too small that I can't really tell what they are. But a big police presence both on the ground, in the water, and also we can tell you that there is an NYPD helicopter up above as well.
And this is, everybody at home, very preliminary in this investigation. This just came down. We are piecing this together, as is the NYPD, as are you guys. As we're getting information, we're telling you as soon as we get it. As we just said, we can confirm this is now a fatal helicopter crash there in the Hudson. And it looks like we might have some new video here just into the newsroom. We're taking a look at what we believe, as we've circled it there, is the helicopter there in the Hudson. And all the videos we had earlier, we couldn't see anything in the water, which led us to believe that maybe that chopper was submerged there in the Hudson, invisible to at least our tower cam. I'm sure they're down in the water. You probably can see better, but if you see here right on your screen, we're circling what we now believe is the helicopter there in the Hudson. NYPD just confirming at least one person is dead in this crash. And this is, of course, a video taken long before anybody else rushed to that area to attempt any form of rescue.
Okay, we're also hearing, in addition, that two other people were pulled actually out of the river. We do not know their conditions, however, so we know that one person confirmed dead, two others were pulled out. Their conditions are not known. But I want to reference the video that we were showing just minutes ago that Alan was talking about. And Robert, if you're still on the phone with us and have been listening, you know, the first thing that I noticed when we see the video of the helicopter is how much of it was already submerged in the water. I've covered, these stories before of helicopters going down in the Hudson, also the the Hudson, excuse me. And usually there are like floating devices at the bottom of the helicopter. In the landing gear. Can you talk about that at all? And does it strike you that the helicopter is submerged in that fashion, so deep into the river so quickly? All right, it looks like we do not have Robert Sumwalt, but...
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, okay, now we can hear you. Were you able to hear my question?
Yes, I did. I could hear it just fine. And hopefully you can hear me okay. Sometimes for whatever reasons, the floats are not activated. You'll remember the case of the Fly Nyan crash that happened back around 2018. And there was a case where the floats one of them did not inflate properly, so the helicopter rolled over on its back. And so it just depends if the helicopter even had the floats, and if they had them, did they activate as they should have? So without the floats, obviously the helicopter will sink.
Is it required, though, those floats, are they required to be on a helicopter for this very reason?
I really don't know the answer to that.
Okay, it's all right. Thanks for being honest.
Yeah, no
That's why we ask these questions.
Absolutely. And Robert, you referenced that Fly Nyan crash back in 2018. I understand that there was a component of that crash that may or may not have had to do with the safety harnesses the people on board were wearing. They're meant to keep you safe, of course, while you're in the air, but they can be a problem if you take on water and have a water landing or crash in this instance. Talk to us about that component. I understand that it's always required that pilots in these companies, and we do not know what company this helicopter is with, of course, what organization, they're required to show you how to unbuckle yourself and get out of that harness in the event of a crash in water like this.
Well, that's right. An ordinary seatbelt, may not be ordinary to a passenger because they're not like the seatbelts in your car. It's a 4 or 5 point shoulder harness where the shoulder harnesses come over your shoulders. Then you have the lap belt, and then sometimes one coming up between your legs, and you have to rotate a buckle to get those off. And if you've not really practiced that, it can be. You're going to maybe panic when you can't figure out how to get out. I just got off of an airliner about an hour ago, and I always pick up the emergency briefing card and read it and commit it to memory, even though I fly about 4 or 5 times a week. So know how to get out of something if you need to. Don't wait until you are in that situation to try and figure it out.
Phenomenal advice there, Robert. Thank you.